Gaffer, safety was secured on Monday. How have the last few days been, knowing we've achieved what we've been aiming for the most part of the season?
It's been a really good last few days, to be honest. I think the pressure's mounted up on everyone's shoulders over quite a few months of this season. So, we've battled our way as we do, and delighted to have enjoyed a couple of days.
How much does it mean to you on a personal level as well to be able to lead this club that you've been here for such a long time into a sixth season in the EFL?
Yeah, it means a great deal. Been living and breathing it for a heck of a long time now. So, and I love the job. And it would have been, a difficult summer if we'd have slipped through the net. But everybody's gritted their teeth. All the backroom staff and everyone on and off the pitch, have shown their passion, and that's why we stayed up.
We're back at home this weekend for one last home game of the season. It's always a great occasion, the last home game of the season. How much are you looking forward to this one?
I am. I think it promises to be an exciting game. I think it'll be a full crowd. We're 10 games unbeaten at home, and it's something that we're immensely proud of. And big opposition coming. They'll bring a lot of fans, so it should be a great atmosphere and a good game.
Yeah, that unbeaten run is the best since our promotion season to the National League back in 2017-18. How much would it mean to be able to take that record into the new season, and how much confidence would that bring going into a new campaign?
Yeah, I think that's a big motivation for us on Saturday. If we can go into the break knowing that how strong we are, knowing that we're not going to rip it up. We know the formula has proven to be a success for us since Barrow, and we want more of the same going into next year. But it does wonders for the confidence knowing that we're on such a good run.
Notts County, of course, still very much going for promotion in the playoff places as we speak. Where do you see their threats at this weekend?
Well, they've got so many talented players within their squad. They play in a very fluid way. I think they're an exciting team, and they've got some goal scorers that we've got to keep quiet.
And what do you want to see from our team? I know obviously safety is secured, but I'm sure you'll be desperate to finish the season strong and keep that momentum going.
Yeah, same energy and honesty that we always, try and drive into the players. But the ability at home to score goals has come to the fore in recent weeks, and I want that same intensity. And I know in the backs of everybody's minds, they're probably thinking, well, job done. We've retained EFL status, but yeah, it'd be good to see again, that winning mentality on Saturday, and that's what I'll put across to the players.
Given how well we've been doing, especially at home recently, is it a bit of a shame that the season is coming to an end, given how much momentum we've been able to gather?
In one way, yeah. but in another way, I think everybody deserves a bit of a breather. It's been very intense for months, and it's been relentless, from everyone's perspective. I'm sure your own as well, when you're travelling the length and breadth of the country and in the pursuit of getting better week in, week out, problem solving, the injuries that have happened at a ridiculous rate and severity. It'd be nice to take a little bit of a breather and then build up the appetite again for an exciting campaign, hopefully next year.
With all that being said, is there a temptation to rotate and rest a few players in the last couple of games of the season?
Not to the detriment of the team's performance. As I say, we've got a formula that we've stuck to pretty rigidly, and we're proud of the recent success at home, and so we won't tinker with it to such an extent that would endanger the result. We want to win.
And just finally, now that we know which league we're going to be playing in for next season, there's a few players out of contract in the summer, a few loans due to expire. Just how much work is going in now to planning for next season and maybe securing some of those players on new contracts?
Yeah, there's no respite. Just sort of one job for the other, which is now recruitment and extending contracts. So already we've had calls from agents, as you'd imagine, and it's encouraging that so far, we feel that players do want to stay, that have been a success in the last few months at the club, and we'll go from there. We'll always tell you first, and it can be sometimes long and drawn out, and there'll be negotiations with agents, but that's today's game, and we'll get on with that as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.